Right, how y'all doing? Forgive me, I need to rant. I've had an alright day, a peaceful day. It could have been absolutely chaotic. One of my boys didn't go to school today. Could have been a nightmare. No, it was actually alright. And I'm sat down with the wife in the evening, and she drops a bit of news, and I questioned it. It's nothing hardcore. This isn't gonna bother anyone other than me, but it's ticked me from an ideological standpoint. So she's randomly, we're sat on the sofa, we're just watching shark documentaries here, and she says, Chaos Head's PC version has been cancelled. What? What do you mean Chaos Head has been cancelled on PC? Just as a note, Chaos Head is part of the Science Adventure series of visual novels from Spike Chunsoft. Most people would know the anime Steins Gate. I'm quite a fan of the series. I have some of the games imported from Japan. I've played and streamed a bunch of them with translation patches years and years and years ago. I've run them on Linux through Wine back in the day. We had Chaos Head, then kind of a revamped version, Chaos Head Noah, Steins Gate Elite, and some spin-off games of Steins Gate, Robotics Notes, and Robotics Notes Dash. Right? I like the series. When they announced that Chaos Head Noah was coming to the West, I was psyched. It's never been released in the West before. It's never had an English version before, other than the translated version, I streamed years ago. So the PC version's been cancelled. She must be wrong. She can't. Maybe she's just made a mistake. And so I grabbed my phone and I flicked through, and yeah, from the developers, Spike Chunsoft, Chaos Head Noah isn't going to be on Steam. It's just not going to be on Steam. In fact, let me pull up and read the statement directly from the company website regarding the Steam version of Chaos Head Noah, published September 30th, 2022. Spike Chunsoft Inc. today regrets to announce that it will not be able to release Chaos Head Noah on Steam as originally planned due to Steam's guideline required changes to the game's content. Spike Chunsoft Inc. believes these changes would not allow the game to be released to its standards. The company extends its sincerest apologies to all of the fans looking forward to this release. The company is looking into delivering the title through alternative storefronts, and when details are decided, will make another formal announcement. Until then, your patience and understanding is appreciated. Please also rest assured the Nintendo Switch version is not affected and will be released on October 7th, 2022 as scheduled. So Valve's content guidelines. I don't think Valve Please Fix is going to sort this one. When I first heard the game was coming to the West, so psyched. I was really surprised when Robotics Notes got released in the West. That was the, bastard red-headed stepchild, right, of the series. Never did I think I'd see that game come out in English. And it did. And for years I have wanted Chaos Head to make its way over too. I can play the patched version, but it's not the same as an official release. Many people won't do what I've done and grab a copy of the game and patch it with a translation patch. Many people just won't do it. So this is rad. You know, Steins Gate had a release on many platforms. Chaos Child, the game that comes after Chaos Head, that came out in the West. So that was on PlayStation. Steins Gate came out on PlayStation as well. Although funny enough, actually, Steins Gate was originally an Xbox title. And Robotics Notes, that got released. I mean, Switch, PC, just, they were there. You could play them, but no first game. And now Steam decides it's going to declare war on the visual novel again. And say, nah mate, you can have the rest of the series, but you can't have that one. I let ideology get in the way a little bit. You know, cut off nose, spite face kind of groove. If a games company does what I don't like, I tend to just I just pull out. Don't use it. Sony have done it to me before. I hate the PlayStation. Did the same kind of thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna censor this, we're gonna censor that. We've released stacks of these series of games, but now we've decided we want to start censoring them, and then the developer says, well, we can't make any more of these games then, because that's kind of the whole point of these games. This and this and this and these mechanics. What's going on? Why are you moving the goalposts now? When Valve first started pulling visual novels, I think it might be like back in something like 2016 or 2018, something like that. They revised some things, and a lot of games just started disappearing. I was angry. I was like, nope, I've got thousands of games on Steam. Get in the bin. Get in the bin. And I started buying games on GOG. Because a lot of the games that were being pulled from Steam got put on GOG, and GOG were like, yeah, we'll release them, you know. That's not to say you can't get these games on other platforms, but I don't like having my library split over like 4 or 5 different launches. If a game doesn't come out on Steam and it's on PC, it really pisses me off that I have to have another launcher installed. I avoided Samurai Showdown, a fighting game on PC that I fucking love. I own that game multiple times. PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And I know it on PC as well. And Stadia. Rest in peace, Stadia. I own that game on multiple platforms. But they said, oh yeah, Epic exclusive. Shove it up your ass. I think the thing that pulled me back to Valve and Steam was their Linux support. Because I went on a bit of a Linux adventure. Hardcore Linux adventure. And I was just playing Linux native games. And then they released Steam playing Proton, you know, Wine and DXVK, and I was like, this is great. Valve are actually doing something good. Back into Steam gaming we go. The trouble is, in doing so, as I say, cut nose off. There's loads of times I can't play games with my friends. It's almost that vegan groove, isn't it? You've got a set of self-imposed rules that you follow that mean you can't do certain things that everybody else does. Just they don't even think about it. But because you're so strict with them, you're not fun to hang out with. You become an asshole because of it. I've been that guy. I was a Linux user, and don't get me wrong, I like Windows, I like Mac OS, or I used to like Mac OS, and I like Linux. My preferred is Linux, followed by Windows, and Mac OS is old. Mac OS got put in the bin when they made some updates. I think it was around the time of the mountains or national parks or whatever they were. They went from big cats to mountains. And a lot of the software that I used didn't work anymore. So I was like, right, Mac, you can get in the bin. The reason I use your platform is because of this software. In the bin it goes. Adobe, as soon as they started charging a subscription for their video editing software, in the bin that went. It's a good video editor, good audio editors too. Just loads of cool stuff. Good compositing software, but it all went in the bin because I didn't want to pay a monthly subscription. So I never had to pay it before. I could pay you like $1,000 and have your entire suite. I don't know what the actual number was. Feel free to kind of put everything I say in the bin if I get numbers wrong or whatever wrong. But that kind of stuff irks me. When companies start going, yeah, we're not going to release that game because of XYZ reason, it pisses me off. It really does piss me off, especially when they come across like hypocrite douchebags. I do like to push free and open source software. I do. I like it. It's good stuff. I think more people should do it. More people should give it a go. But I also understand that if something doesn't have the things you want on it, you might not be as willing to try an alternative. I love the Steam Deck right now. Won't lie. Valve has done a good job on that product. It's fantastic. As a gaming device, it's brilliant. As a handheld kind of console, great. As a portable PC that makes a fantastic desktop, and it does make a fantastic desktop, it's great, but now I don't want to use it anymore. That sounds really silly, doesn't it? Like, I've got an expensive piece of hardware, a £500 piece of hardware, and now I just want to put it in the bin. All over they've done it again. They've done it again. They haven't learned. Valve put in a sexual content section or something like that. They put in like an adult content thing, and I think that was in response to the visual novelty stuff and other things they were doing before. These games don't qualify, they don't meet our guidelines, off they go. And then they put this section in. There are games on Steam where 3D models are literally fucking. Titties everywhere, fucking jizz everywhere on Steam. There are games where you can lop off limbs and turn people into meaty chunks. Giblets everywhere. There are games on Steam that talk about suicide, mental and physical abuse, homophobia, all the stuff, racism, all the things that you could think of being put into a game for whatever reason, in one way, shape or form, in one way or another, they're on Steam. Yet, for some reason, Valve says, nah, there's something in Chaos Head that you just can't put on there. You just can't do it. Why? There's been no announcement as to what it is that you can't put on Steam from Spike Chunsoft. But I'm fucking curious, given the long list of other shit you can buy on Steam, the long list of other things that I can do in games on Steam that don't appear to be a problem. I don't want to be the guy that ruins the party. You know, I didn't want to install Valorant because of the Vanguard anti-cheat system, the kernel level anti-cheat they got. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It just seemed like so intrusive. It's an anti-cheat. You know, what the fuck? What do you need that level of access to my system for? That's a bit. You know, same with a lot of these other anti-cheats and DRMs and that. De Novo. Piss off. It's a nightmare. And none of this stuff actually works. People still cheat in Valorant, from what I understand. People still fucking pirate games with De Novo on it. It all gets cracked eventually, right? It's just you're trying to stop certain users, a small subset of users, from doing things, but you're punishing everyone else in the process. I don't want to be the guy that throws his toys out of the pram just because a publisher or a platform holder has yet again said no whilst bending the rules for a bunch of other stuff. It really does make me think of the whole vegan thing right now. Like I said, I fall to the ideology a lot. I like free codecs, I like free software, there are lots of things that I just don't like the idea of doing. If I don't like it, I don't give a company my money. And it got to the point a few years ago where it was actually getting really difficult for me and my mates to play together. To play games together. So why am I making this so difficult? And honestly, like, it wasn't too long ago, I said, look, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm going to throw in the towel because otherwise I'm not going to be able to have any fun in my life at all. I think that was when we started doing some of the gaming challenges. My mate Divine gets a PC, and I said, "All right, then, fine, fuck it. We'll play League, and we'll play Valorant, and we'll play Overwatch because me and Blizzard, we're not fucking friends." at all. I've been perma-banned from 2 of their games, one of them before I even got out of the tutorial zone. And they apologised. And I still told them to shove it up their asses. My mate DeWald really loved Overwatch, and for years he was like, come on man, just come and play Overwatch with me, come and play Overwatch with me. No. I didn't like Epic Games because they kept on buying up games that were previously on other platforms and making them Epic exclusives. So I wouldn't play Fortnite. But these are the games that all my friends are playing, and so I was putting myself into a corner, I was boxing myself off. You know, like the vegan mate of yours that won't go to a certain restaurant because they don't offer, you know, a salad at the chicken restaurant or at the steakhouse or whatever, you know. I fucking love this thing. I've got stacks of visual novels installed on it. Reason it's dusty is because it's been sat on my floor. I've been using it as a desktop PC. I weren't going to say anything, but one of my goals for this month was to show how useful this was by editing videos on it for the next month. Going back to my Linux editing workflow, but using the Steam Deck to do all the work. By the way, it's pretty good. It works really well. Kdenlive as a video editor is pretty solid. Not as full-featured as, say, Premiere or Vegas or DaVinci, but in other areas, it's really, really, really good. And it runs on a Steam Deck. Buy one of these, couple $100, hook it up to a telly, good little desktop PC. But now, Valve have left a bad taste in my mouth. You know, it's kind of salty, you know. It just aggravates me. I own every other game in the series on Steam, with the exception of one, actually, because they don't have it on Steam. 8-Bit Adventure Steins Gate, it's not on Steam. It's on Switch. Actually, funny enough, Switch now has the full series so far. Well, mainline stuff, and some of the side stuff too, but the majority of the stuff is on Switch. Nintendo! Family-friendly Nintendo! Why not Steam? Why not Steam? If I can buy a game where I can fuck a cat girl, or I don't know, break into someone's house and start snooping through their phones and stuff like that, then why can't I play Chaos Head? I didn't want to buy any more games on the Switch. I didn't. Look, I'd had enough of the Switch. There were only really a handful of games I wanted to play on it. And when the Steam Deck came out, I was like, this thing's dead. This thing is dead to me. It's a great little console, but it's dead to me. Look how fucking dusty that is. It's vile as fuck. And this doesn't just sit on my floor, it just doesn't get used. But I went and bought Chaos Head Noah and Chaos Child. I've got Steins Gate Elite, I've got 8-Bit Adventure Steins Gate, I can't remember what it is, Steins Gate something my darling, I never remember what it's called, and Robotics Notes and Robotics Notes Dash on here. I wanted to play through them on Steam though. I wanted to play them on Steam. I wanted to play them on my Steam Deck. But for whatever reason, Valve won't let me do it. I just want to know what it is Valve has against visual novels. I really don't get it. When you can have all that other stuff that I've mentioned in other games, what's going on with this one? What is your problem? I don't want to buy Chaos Head Noah and Chaos Child on Epic Store. I don't want to buy it on there. Like, if Jast gets it, Jast has Steins Gate, Jast USA. They're a visual novel company. They publish loads of other stuff too, but they have a lot of visual novels. Steins Gate was on Jast. I guess if they can get hold of the rest of the series and put it on Jast, yeah, I'll buy it on Jast. But then that makes it a nightmare to want to play it on here. I have to start jumping through hoops, and I don't want to jump through hoops. Gaming should be convenient and fun. I shouldn't let, you know, ideologies get in the way. But I do like the idea of just saying, like, yeah, you know, vote with your wallet. I would say I'll bin off my couple thousand game library and my Steam Deck. I'll just put it down. Because yet another game I can't play or can't buy on the store that was announced to go on the store but has been taken away for reasons as yet unknown. Who decides this? Valve is so big. There's no one you can contact in fucking Valve. There's no one. Hey, guys, you pulled the game off Steam. Why? Don't know. What do I have to do? Fucking email Gabe? And hope that Gabe goes, oh shit, yeah, sorry mate. That's a pretty good series. Yeah, I'll make some fucking calls, man. I'll get it on there. That's gonna happen. But so I'm just going round and round the houses. Just round and round the houses for something so trivial. I couldn't believe it. I thought my wife was wrong. I was like, why would they get rid of that but not the other ones? Isn't there like a scene in like fucking, I won't say which game, but like a kid is literally cut up and put into separate boxes. Like boxes, just arms and legs, leg, arm, head goes over here, torso there, separate boxes. Where'd they go? I swear that was a game that I've played on Steam. It's like, it's not like another visual novel style game. That can go in there? Well, I can't honestly think off the top of my head what's in Chaos Head that would be a problem. There's talk of suicide and all sorts in loads of games. And as I say, the graphic nature of some of these games is mental. Where was the line, Valve? Where is the line? Valve, please fix. But that's fucking proper pissed me off. So now I'm gonna be playing the Switch more instead of my Steam Deck. And I'm just tempted to bin off the whole idea of doing anything on the Steam Deck right now. Even if it meant that I've been editing all my stuff on the Steam Deck. I'm just like, okay, cool, I'll just go back to using one of my other video editors. Or I'll go back to using my Linux PC and I'll just play games on itch. I'll just play fucking free and open source games on my big boy PC and Steam get in the bin. That's not likely. That would really be cutting my nose off. But have there ever been times when a company has done something you don't like to the point that you just walk away? That you refuse to buy any more of their products? A brand or, a company, a brand, maybe even just a celebrity or a band or something. They have a stance and you go, nope, just distance yourself from it. Anyone, does that happen? For anyone? And where did you go? What did you do? And if they ever managed to bring you back, what was it? Because this has fucking pissed me off. I'm heading off. I've been talking for a lot longer than I should have been. I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. I don't get it. I actually had a proper speech fucking set in my head to go, but as the time went on to sit down and record, I got more and more pissed off about it, and I can't explain it properly. I just can't. It blows my fucking mind. See you in the next one.